Hello everybody, it's Christine. It's time for Scraplift Crafternoon. I'll always show the original first so you know what I'm talking about. It's by Scrappy Gal 13. There'll be links below. She's got two photos here. I've only got one and I'll show you. Obviously there's like this whole horizontal thing. Looks like maybe a Vicky Boutin collection or something, or I'm not sure. I don't really recognize it. Maybe not. Kind of. Anyway, she's got, I'm going to call this a big block horizontal with this colored block here. There's a bunch of layers. I have to be honest, I don't know that I'm going to try to like recreate the thing exactly from a layer standpoint. I'll just do some paper layers. Obviously, there's a vertical element. A couple of titles in a way, subtitles, whatever. Maybe it's Love This Life and then a couple subtitles. Or I guess you could call them embellishment clusters. I'm going to use this kit here just because I'm on the this could be one of my little leftovers series, if I'm honest, just because I have just a little bit. Like I have these stickers, I do have these enamel dots, and I've got, so if we use the die in here, I'm gonna have to use this as my background because it's my only full sheet. I think I will use that side, not the other side, because it's a little too busy. The nice thing is there is a scallop border on my sticker sheet, so I can do that. And from a horizontal standpoint, I don't know. Maybe this color, and I'll show you why in just a second. This one is maybe what the stripes were. Maybe this one will be my, in the middle there. We'll do some vertical stuff. We'll figure that out. I'm not going to worry about it this because this could be a nice vertical. Okay, so the photo I have is just an old picture of my daughter. I think it's from 2019. I'm not sure. The person took it. It's kind of got this on it, but I think it's like either a water droplet or something. It's like it's intentional in a way because you can kind of see there's these little like things and it's sunshiny. And I liked it because this whole collection is called Firefly, but it's like, look at you grow and glow. And it's kind of got these like light of mine and stuff like that. And I may toss a few more extras on here. Oh, I might need this. I don't want it to get lost. Uh-oh. I don't know what that, oh, that's from the sticker sheet. I won't have that. I want that for my vertical spot, you guys. Oop. Okay. So that's where we're at. So let me do a little bit of cutting over here. Let me get kind of my base set up so I can figure out what I'm going to do with my layers. And I'm hopeful this doesn't take too long, and I want to kind of kill this kit. So I'm excited about this. So let me do a little cutting, and I'll be back on in a second. You guys, I fast way too much on this layout. This was not terribly complicated, and yet I turned it into complicated. I've got my yellow background there. I'm going to cut down this floral, which I think is really pretty. And actually, I really love that it goes with her shirt, too. I'm actually really happy with this. And then I'm going to cut down the green. That's going to be my little band across the bottom part of that blue there. And I think at that point, I start kind of messing around with the vertical pieces. And I don't know. It was something about the layers. And I was trying to make them, well, I'll tell you why I struggled just a little bit. Because I've got all these florals. And I was trying to make sure like my patterns would kind of show against each other. So I'll end up using like the little peach polka dot. Well, the vertical pieces go together pretty easy because I just have these two basically strips kind of. They're a little bit fatter than like a branding strip. They're probably a good inch across. I have the blue one and then I have the plaid one. And I'm really happy with that because those are different patterns and I really enjoy that. So that's going to go there. And then now I'm going to try to do these other pieces, these other little layers without cutting any of them. Because I mean, in my head, I don't really want to reintroduce, more scraps or whatever. Oh, and by the way, I noticed she tore one of her verticals. If I'm honest, I did not realize until after I had already torn these both that really one of them was not torn and actually went 12 to 12, I think it was. So I have a slightly different version of the vertical pieces here, but I think it's fine. It's okay. But she did have one of hers go from top to bottom that was not cut. So I kind of boogered that up by accident. Here's my little peach piece. I did cut off the part that like was a circle because I don't really need that. And then I think I actually cut off another small strip in a minute because I'm going to use it on the right hand side. But y'all, I sit here and fast with these layers and I'll sit here and fast and I'll leave that on camera. And then I go to glue it down because I still haven't yet glued down the horizontal pieces and I move them and then I forget how I had them. So I had to cut out how I was messing with these things because that piece right there does not end up where I just stuck it. It just doesn't. I'm not even sure what I did. That's not the piece that ends up there. I do something totally different. So yeah, it happened. I do put this little peachy piece. I put it over here and then that's not where that ends up either, y'all. Like I said, I put these together. I should have paid more attention. I thought when I just kind of slid it off the paper that I thought, oh, okay, I'll remember where that goes. No, I don't. So it's going to end up different. I enjoy how it turns out. I'm not unhappy with how it turns out, but it's just not what I started off with here. So when you do see me pop back over, the papers are not in the same spot. That's all I got to say about that. And even now, I'm still not done. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm trying to like refit these or something. I take it off camera though, because I start trying to glue it down. I'm using like Nuvo glue and stuff. And y'all, I struggle with it. Just kept kind of shifting on me because the glue is wet. I didn't want to use the ATG, so I could move things around, or I really was trying to leave it where it was. And that's where I ended up in trouble. But again, the whole point of this, honestly, from the scrap lift standpoint, if you're trying to scrap lift this, is you just want layers with your patterns kind of, varying and stuff like that. So here's where we're going now, y'all. That's where we're going to end up, like that. And maybe that's even better than my original setup. I don't know. I don't know if I've glued this down now that I say that. These are not glued down, obviously. Actually, maybe they're not glued down, and I'm going to come back in with Nuvo glue, and I do leave them where they're at. All I know is I shifted things around about 1,000 times, y'all. And I do not put the picture up on foam. My initial intention was to actually layer some of the stickers and stuff over the top of the photo, but the stickers I had didn't really lean toward that. She had like her title going across, but my title ends up being this little square piece. I will put this up on foam. It says, "You are a light to everyone around you," which my daughter really is. She's very charismatic. People adore her. It's really kind of cool when you're a proud mama. She's so pretty and so charismatic and smart and stuff. It's like, I don't even care what I look like when I get out of bed in the morning. I mean, she kind of just does, she's kind of my, I don't know. She's my view to the world in a way. That's probably not good though. I mean, I do care sometimes, don't get me wrong, if we're going out to dinner or whatever, but most days I just get up and go to the gym, and I do put lotion on my face. I do that. And I do use an eyelash serum too at night. So maybe I do care. That's kind of a lie, isn't it, that I just said that. But I do enjoy that she's so pretty. People go, "She looks like you." And I'm like, no, she's way prettier than I am. She's got some good bone structure. That's what they say, the bone structure. Okay, so Mama's sticker sheet. These little pieces here are not really in hers, the little bugs. But I had them on the sticker sheet, and I kind of needed to use them. So I'm going to move them around. I kind of move a couple of them around a little bit because I want to spread out their shapes, because there's a couple little swirly ones and then a couple little like going in straight line ones, and I try to alternate them or whatever. I don't know. It ends up being, I'm just trying to balance it out really. And so on the right-hand side over there where she had that other little subtitle, I say, I got the sticker. It says, "May you dance with fireflies and talk to the moon." I think that's real sweet. And then I'm going to end up with this. She had like a arrow, like a subtitle down on the right-hand side down there. I'm going to end up using "Reach for the Stars," but it's on white. You'll see me in a second. I'm going to kind of mess with a few little options down there, and just they aren't going to work. And so the "Reach for the Stars," I think I pulled out the wordy bits. It's the only horizontal one that seems to make sense to me, but it's a little hard to see on top of that white floral. So I'm actually going to kind of pull it onto that pink polka dot and just basically mat it. And so I think that looks kind of good. It basically brings that pattern down there, because I got it in those upper two pieces, the upper two pieces. And I'll bring it down there, and then also it kind of sets off the phrase from the white. And I'll end up putting it up on foam as well. So this didn't turn out real complicated. Like I said, mostly it was me fastening with these darn layers. And I do end up bringing in the enamel dots, and you'll see that in a minute. Instead of, I could have done mixed media or something to show the little like ink sprinkles that were on the paper she had in her layout, but I end up using the enamel dots kind of like ink sprinkles. Not really, but kind of. Here's me messing with those little bug stickers again, because I'm like, oh, I don't like that one on the same side as the other one, so I'm going to flip it around. Although now I've got them on the same, I should have probably gone like a little X and used different shapes in different spots, but it's fine. Here is where I pull in the enamel dots. So I have done all the little sticker pieces and put the foams underneath the various things, and now I'm going to do these enamel dots. I use 3 different colors in each little cluster. And by the way, guys, I have a Band-Aid on my finger, so I'm sorry if that triggers you. I hope it doesn't. My skin's kind of really dry, and it like split open there, so it's kind of uncomfortable if I'm honest. But anyway, I'm gonna put these little enamel dots down here, and then once I get those done, like I said, I thought about enamel or journaling or something, but I didn't. I probably should have. I need to probably add the date somewhere. I don't know. I didn't look at hers to see if she's got it on there. So I'll put these 3 little sets of enamel dots down, and that is going to be it. I fast around long enough with those little pieces of paper that I was kind of like, okay, Christine, you're done with this layout. So this one turned out pretty cute. I did use up most of my scraps. I have a few little pieces I stuck away, but not many. And my sticker sheet went in my sticker box, y'all. So that's going to end up in a stick with me video at some point. I'm certain of it. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out the description box below. There's in the original, we'll have the original. We'll have a playlist with everybody playing along. And don't forget to say hello. I like to say hello and say hello back and all that good stuff. So we'll see you next time. Bye.